How we doing, folks? We're back from the bird fair. We're just sorting all the gear out, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you these. Now, these are a couple of new hides from Tragopan. So we've got the Grouse Mini and the Grouse Maxi, so the pop-up hides and the new designs. Now, myself, I've never used a pop-up hide, and they're so quick to deploy. When we were putting them up on the stand, getting them all sorted out, you know, I'm pretty impressed with them. So I was dying to get out with them and try them out. So like I said, we're back home now. We had a go with the Maxi the other night, got some good results, got some nice hare shots and a couple of shots of the barn owls. But tonight, what we're going to do, after I've shown you these, we're going to get the gear ready. I'm going to go out on my own. I'm going to take the Grouse Mini. We're going to go and set it up. I've got a good little spot about 6 or 7 miles from here where we tried the Maxi out. Possibility of barn owls. There's got to be hares again. We must get the hares again, and I got some really nice pictures last time, so that's going to be interesting. But first off, we'll set these up, have a look round them and show you what they're like. Right, we'll have a look at the Mini first. So first off, they come in their own bag. This one weighs 3.4 kilos altogether, so we've got rucksack straps on there, dead easy to put on your back, carry like that if you want. There's a zip on the bag, so in here we've got all the pegs that you need. Sorry, let's get the thing out now. There could be a bit of comedy filming here because I've only, like I said, I'd used that two-person one the other night, and they do take a little bit of getting used to. There's a bit of a knack to these. So we've got 3 poles. These are optional. You don't have to use them if you don't want to, but what it does, it creates a little bit more head height and a bit more rigidity to the structure. If it's raining, it stops any water pooling on the top of the hide. Using these will give you another 150 mil or 6 inches extra head height, which is always handy. So, out of the bag. So if you're not familiar with a pop-up hide, it's a spring steel, so there's tension in it. So we've got a main strap there. Once that's off, it's effectively live. If you just let that go now, it'll spring up and it might, I don't know, it might do you a bit of damage. You know what I mean? You've got to be careful. So if you just keep hold of it and then release it slowly, and it's going to want to twist. I'll show you what happens actually if I just let it go. So there you go, it's under tension. So it's worth doing it in a controlled manner. If it hit you in certain parts, it could make your eyes water. So just be mindful of that. So that's what you end up with once it's sprung out of its bag. Now, so dead easy to deploy. Once it's in that state, just literally open it up, pull that out, and that's the hide. It's up and it's ready to use now if you want to. But what we're going to do, we're going to put it in more of a stable fashion, if you will. We're going to put all the extras onto it. So we'll just have a quick walk round. So there's one door opening on it, which is, we'll spin it round. That's your main door opening. So you've got a massive zip. Goes all the way around. There you go. We've got this black induction coating, it's called. All right, they're made out of Oxford 150D polyester, completely waterproof fabric, and it's in this really nice Tragopan woodland camouflage. So this particular door, what we can do, we'll zip it back up. So we've got a shooting window there. If I go inside the hide, no, you go away, go on, thank you. So we're inside the hide now. There's another zip there, and that's one of our main shooting windows. So we're obscured, we've got this nice see-through fabric. We can zip that up a bit if we want to. We can have it, you know, that kind of height, so all the you know, anything below that height is hidden and concealed. Let's have a look at the other openings now. Also at the bottom there, forgot to mention that, we've got an opening for a tripod leg. You could also put your lens out of there, you could shoot low down if you wanted to. You can actually use it for a spotting scope with an angled eyepiece on. That's the main door. Moving round here, with another shooting window there, again with that kind of see-through fabric on and a full concealed flap on the other side. This side, so the back, again we've got the option of using that completely concealed shooting snood there, and again we've got our opening for the tripod leg if needed, and again on there as well. So all four sides. Sometimes it's nice just to have that little bit of extra peripheral vision. You can just open these a little bit. Sometimes you might get a subject coming from the side, and if you've got them open, you can see what's coming. They've got extra loops on. If you want to add a bit more foliage, these little tie-off points, you can add some different coloured stuff. You could add a scrim blanket. You could actually put a ghillie blanket over the top if you wanted to, just to break the outline up. We've also got extra guy points there for if you're using it in really windy weather. We've got in each corner we've got a guy point, so we'll just bob them pegs in now. So looking in the bag, we get our black pegs, and there's our extra guy points if needed. So yeah, just one in each corner. Oh, there's a surprise, we've hit a rock. But you get the idea. There we go. Right, what we'll do, we're going to put these optional roof poles in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 section, yep. So if you have a look in here, so right in the corner, you've got a little pocket there, and you've also got a Velcro tab in each corner. So all it's a case of doing is sitting that into that pocket, bend the pole roughly round about the middle, and then the other pocket just sits into there. We just get that little Velcro tab, and that holds it there or thereabouts in the position that you want it. Then the same with the other one. You can see there where it's putting that little bit of tension in the roof. Otherwise it just sits and it creates a hollow. If it's going to be completely dry and you don't need the extra headspace, you probably don't have to put these in. But I like to put them in just for the extra headroom. So again, slot it in that corner, and then right, we'll just have a look at we'll call this the front of the hide. So we have a different opening, a lot more concealment with this one. Now you've got a large lens snood there, and there's a little zipped compartment up here. If you bring the camera in, and you can see there, so you can undo that. So you'd have your camera set up with that around your lens, and you can actually view through there. Another way of using this is by using this pole. We can get this out of the way. So what we do, this feeds through, we have a little channel under here. You see that going through there. We feed that in. Then with these two loops, one in there and one in that side. So what that then does, it creates a protective flap over this viewing port. We have these two little clips, they just clip onto those rings. Another one on this side, and that creates tension in that. Now what that does, it can stop the sun flaring on your lens, it can stop any inclement weather, you know, if it's raining it can stop that getting to your lens. And then you see we've got that large opening. I'll go around, I'll go inside. So what we have is one of these, which has these little tiny little hooks on, and these hook onto the inside. There's some little loops on the inside of the hide. So you can see there, clips on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little hook points, and then that goes around your lens, and you've got more peripheral vision, so you've got a lot more field of view to be able to see any subjects coming. So it's an option. You can either use that other one or you can use this one. So inside, like I said, we've got this black coating. We've got a little pocket there for any extras that you want, and I'm impressed with it. I mean, I've not used this one yet. I've used the 2-person one. We used that the other night, and it was really good, dead quick to put up. Yeah, I can't fault them really. I've not used it in any harsh weather yet. Well, I've not used it in any weather, but we're going to take it out tonight, try it out, see if we can get some barn owls or hares or anything. So yeah, it's another option, another option in the hide arsenal. So we'll get this packed away. We'll have a quick look at this 2-person one. While we've got this set up, we might as well have a look at the 2-person one. So again, exactly the same principle. Yeah, this one comes in at 6 kilograms. So we'll take that off, and again, that is under tension now. So all we have to do is just nice controlled fashion, and again open it up. And there we go. So there, look at them together, that's the difference, maxi and the mini. What we'll do, we'll just put them poles on so you can see how it sits with the extra poles on, give it that rigidity in the roof. Now this one actually raises the height by 300mm, so it gives it an extra foot. So as the name suggests, the grouse maxi, it is a 2-person hide, but an extremely roomy 1-person hide, which sometimes I'll have a camera set up for stills, and I'll also have a camera set up for doing video. There we go. When I used it the other night, I had that double net on it, and I just left it on, so you can leave that in situ when you fold the whole thing away. But exactly the same configuration with the doors and the windows. It's just, there we go, a bigger hide. Loads of room in it. You can see there the extra height that it's given it. So pretty impressive. So for those of you that don't know, I met quite a few people at the bird fair, and they didn't realise that I'm the UK supplier for Tragopan. So I've got these in stock. These are in stock now. They're on the website. I'll put a link on the screen, but also in the description. So this one comes in at $229.99 for the maxi, and the mini is $173.99, so that's including postage. I think they're really good value for money. They're an excellent little hide. What we're going to do now, we'll take them down, get them packed away. We're going to film putting them away, because that is a technique. It's something, there is a diagram and it shows you how to do it, and it's all about practice. You've got to practice putting these things away. So this could be the comedy moment. There might be a few takes. So we'll get this one away. We're going to get it in the car. We're going to head off up to our boy and owl site, and hopefully we're going to get this tucked away down the side of the fence, and we're going to see if we can get some pictures. So just to give you an idea of the size, so we'll put one of our cockless, the Tragopan cockless chair, which are specifically designed for the height of the hide. You can see this is the mini, and there we go. So well, if I put it over to one side, you can see there we've loads of room for a bag or whatever, any extra stuff that we bring, and it's the perfect height for the actual openings in the hide. We'll just show you the chair in the maxi, and again, there we go. You can see there, bags of room, another room for another chair there, and you've got room behind for camera bags, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, we haven't pegged this one down yet, so it's floating about a bit. Right, let's get them folded up. We've left this on for now. We can just pop that inside, zip it up. That's the roof poles out. Zip the big door up. And then, right, the way I do it, tabs there, we've got this elasticated strap, I have that to the side. Put your foot on it, bend it down, and then you're basically making 2 loops, and that, you can see there, it's as simple as that, in one. And then all we do is put the elasticated strap round it, and that just holds it in position while you put it in the bag. There we have it, grouse mini, ready for action. Right, so again, that to there, there's our cord, one way and one the other. That's it. Bob the elastic round just to hold it in place. Ready to go in the bag. Well, there's one thing, this weather certainly was not in the programme. When I set off it was blue sky, it was beautiful, but it's absolutely honking it down. And there's one thing, there ain't going to see any barn owls in this weather, but hopefully it's let's turn the car on. It's a little bit brighter over that way. So we're just going to wait it out. We're just going to give it, I reckon, 10 minutes. It might clear up. So welcome to Wales. Now we're going for it. It's only a bit of rain. We'll not shrink, will we? Right. So we've got our chair. Put that on. Yeah, it's definitely brightening up a bit. I've decided I didn't bring the last time I came up, I used a 500. Oh, happy days. And an hat. So I used the 500 f4. I brought the 300. We're going to try and get a little bit nearer today. So I brought the 300. Obviously, with the light not being as good, we might just need it. And I've got the 180 to 600 in as well. Tell you what I have brought as well. I've chucked a ghillie blanket in. I'm just going to chuck the ghillie blanket over the top of it. So right, we'll get set up first. Leave the camera in the car. We're not far from where we're getting set up, but we'll nip down now. I'll show you where we're going to set the hide up. I'll show you what I've just put on the fence line. The last time I came down, when I came down with Dawn, it was later on. They were, I don't know, but it was 10 to 10 when this barn owl came out. And he sat on the fence line just down here. So I'll have a look. I'll show you what I've just put up. If I can get an owl on here, it'd be absolutely superb. It looks the business. So there. That's what I've just found, this beauty. I mean, I can see it now. It's a painting ready, but I need an owl to land on it. And it's brightening up, so I'm hoping that this wet weather goes away and they'll come out hunting. And last time we had 2 hares coming down. You can see the runs in the grass, which is, there's no sheep in here at the moment, so the hares are coming and feeding on this grass. So I'm going to get set up, probably, I don't know, maybe, 20 metres maybe from where that perch is. We're going to put that mini grouse up. See if we can get any pictures. Right folks, we're in. We are in and ready. I'll take this off. It suddenly got warm again. But yeah, so we're in the grouse mini. Up in no time. That's a big bonus of these hides. Well, they're all pretty quick to put up, but these ones especially. Yeah, so let me show you. So beforehand, I showed you this arrangement with the double flap, if you will. This flap also, you can roll it up and get it up out the way rather than have that little peaked roof that I showed you with the third pole. So that's the arrangement we've got at the moment. We've got it, I hope you can see it, but yeah, it's rolled up, and then we've got this mesh on, because it gives me that a really good view, but also keeps me concealed as well. And yeah, bags of room. You can see I'm sat on my little Lagopus chair. I've got my bag here with my jacket, and I've got quite a bit of headroom. You know, probably got, I don't know, enough, 10 inches above my head. So that's the deal. We've got that fantastic perch. I hope something lands on that. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we're in a good spot for the hares, hopefully. So we had them the other night. It's just one of them. it's brightened up, which is superb. I've got the 300mm 2.8 on, the F mount on the Z9. Anyone who hasn't used this lens, it is amazing. What a fantastic lens. All right, yeah, it's an F mount, it's not Z glass, but it's superb. It's a bit of a brute, it's heavy, but it's just amazing. In low light, it's superb, and the bokeh with that 2.8, it's pin sharp. It's a superb lens. So if anyone's, you know, umming and ahhing, they'd like a, you know, an f2.8 prime lens, that 300 is a superb one. All right, you've got to use a little bit of concealment to get a little bit closer to your subjects, but you know, it's doable, absolutely doable. You know, I've been sat photographing hares before now, and hares generally come to you anyway, and the images are just mind-blowing. They're superb, so worth a look out for, definitely. Not saying I wouldn't like the 400-2.8 with that built-in telly, but it'll come in time, Right, I think it's time for a brew. Is it too early to crack the figs open? No, I don't think so. I ended up with about 6 packets of figs, people from the bird fair bringing me fig rolls along. So we're cracking the figs open tonight. Hey. These Stanley flasks are fantastic, but you get to a point where they can be a bit noisy. I'll put a couple of pictures on now actually, so there we go, there's the squeak. We were out last night. Again, if you didn't watch the last video, I think I mentioned it in the last video, I've started working with the Montgomeryshire barn owl group, which is fantastic. And so we were out last night. I rang 4 birds, so that was the second brood that I've done. You've got to do I think you've got to do 40 altogether, and then you can put in for your ringing license. But it's such valuable work. You know, I know some people don't like birds being rung, but it's just so valuable for the conservation. You know, people have got to remember why birds are in so much trouble, as you know, particularly owls and raptors. It's habitat loss and, you know, changes that mankind has made. So we're trying to right it by gathering all that information that we can about all the relevant species, and in this case, you know, it's barn owls, which are just such an iconic species. They're just, I don't know, it'd be a terrible thing not to have them flying around the countryside. They're an amazing bird. Hopefully we might see one tonight, you never know. But yeah, I'll put a couple of pictures on from last night. They were a feisty brood. We had 3 females and a male. All 3 females, they were not happy at all. Usually they're pretty calm, you know, but I had a share. One grabbed me ear, one not me ear, me here. One grabbed there, one grabbed out of me watch, she wouldn't let go, and then another one grabbed out of me thumb. The talons are like, wow, like needles. But we got them all done, got them all, measured the wings, measured the head measurement, the weight, the sex of them, and they all went back in the box all happy. And yeah, hopefully we'll catch up with them another day. But yeah, it's fascinating, such a privilege to be able to handle them, and you know, hopefully the work that we're doing will try and conserve the species. It's not been a fantastic year for them. Last year was a record in Montgomeryshire, I think, with 98 breeding pairs, which is good, and this year probably down by a third maybe, because of got to put it down to the weather and the vole population. It's all down to how much food that the parents can bring back. And some of the broods, they've been 1s, 2s, 3s. Last year there were broods of 7 and 8, you know, really big healthy clutches. But yeah, every year's different. Right, let's get a fig, see what comes along. Big shout out to everyone that came along to the bird fair and said hello. Great to see you all. If you didn't make it this year, I want to see you there next year. Oh, there's a hare. Typical. In the middle of a brew. Coming this way. Ah, God, I'm trying to put my brew down. Yeah, I'm burning myself. We're calling it a do for the night, folks. No joy with the owls, which I don't know, I was just really optimistic about the owls, but we've lost the light. I mean, even with that 2.8 on, you know, it's got too dark. So that's it. I think let me have a final look at the mini grouse with the ghillie blanket on the top. It's been really effective for the hares. The hares were so close, they were literally, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 foot away. So I got some decent shots of them, which was really nice. Just a shame about the owls, but you can't win them all, can you? Anyway, I'm going to go on. I don't know if to leave that perch up because it's an absolute stonker. Look at that. Let's have a look at it again. I don't know if to take it home. I think I'll leave it. I'm going to leave it there. Look at that. We will be back. We will be back and try this location again. But no success. That's what keeps us coming out, doesn't it? The next time. Right, I'm going to get this packed away. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, it would be really helpful if you would. It don't cost anything to subscribe. Just press that subscribe button and then press the bell icon. You'll get any notifications when we get a new film out. So from me, thanks very much for watching. See you on the next one.